the chair of this committee.
That's not how
I'm the
parliamentary procedure works.
You're not recognized, Ms. Stanbury.
You're not recognized either. You can't just speak anytime you want.
I'm the chair of this committee.
That's not how it works.
Ms. Stansbury, you're not recognized.
Madam Chairwoman, that is not how
Ms. Stansbury, you're not recognized.
All day, but that's not how
Ms. Stansbury, you're not recognized.
We're going to get you a Robert's
Ms.
Rules of
Stansbury,
Order
you're not.
Point of
Ms.
order.
Stansbury, you're not recognized.
Welcome back to our channel. Welcome back to all my new subscribers. Take a seat, relax, enjoy, because we have got something to talk about today. Now, before we start all this talking, all this analyzing, I need you to hit that subscribe button. Hit it. Yes. Hit that like button. Yes. And join the fam. Marjorie girl, come to the front. Who pissed you off, girl? Who called him a sellout? I need you to close your doors real good at night, girl. Your favorite MAGA man is not too happy with you right now. When you leave the office, take everything with you that is of importance to you, because you might not return. You pissed them off. Ooh, guys, that face of Marjorie. Look at it. To me, Marjorie has the ultimate Karen face, sprinkled with a little... I can't get with you, girl. But I'm a professional, so for the sake of this video, I'm gonna get it together. But you, oh my God. So who is Marjorie Greene? Marjorie Greene was born on the 27th of May, 1974, in Milledgeville, Georgia. Or is it Mill-Edgeville? Well, you guys put it in the comments. She was born in Georgia, and she actually still lives there and represents the 14th Congressional District. So let's quickly look at her career timeline. So Marjorie started as a business owner and made her way to local politics. After that, she was actually elected to Congress in 2020, rose to mega fame by actually advocating for America First and being one of Trump's #1 top dogs. And really made a name for herself as being a pro-Trumper, all for Trump policies, well known for her radical conservatism.
We support Donald Trump and his agenda. That's it. That's it. They didn't go, we support Republicans. That is not what they said. They said, we support Donald Trump and his agenda. Therefore, the mandate and the order from the American people is whoever he nominates and appoints, you better pass him through the Senate. That is your job. You say, yes, sir, and you get it done. Whatever his agenda set out to do, we find a way to do it, and we do it as quickly as possible.
Being one of the top dogs for Trumpet on this whole MAGA wave comes with quite some perks, because let's not forget her salary incline went from a couple of $100,000s to what is it now? And it was 21 million or something. So she made quite a way for herself. But lately, she has been under attack. Caught herself in a little crossfire. Now let me bring you up to speed of actually what happened. Now Marjorie has always been very vocal, being the loudmouth of MAGA, but especially after the Israel attack on October the 7th. She has never made a secret of the fact that she's very pro-Israel. She even called out the pro-Palestinian protesters that showed up at Capitol Hill.
This is an insurrection. Throw these people out. What is happening?
Y'all remember that? But now she is calling what's happening in Gaza genocide. And because of that, AIPAC is coming for her ass.
I've used the term genocide, and I think that's the right term to use. The future of America is my children's generation, Eric, and they don't have a future right now because we have Mark Levin, the neocons, and the establishment in Washington, D.C., pushing as hard as possible to shove us into more foreign wars. And they would love to see it explode all over the world.
Now, you might say, Deb, but isn't what's going on really a genocide? It's not about that at all. It's about her and every other member in her GOP party has a very difficult time by saying that what is happening in Gaza is actually genocide.
Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene called it a genocide happening in Gaza. Do you think she's right?
I've not been to Gaza. So until you get there, I guess you don't know exactly what's going on. But you don't want people at war. You don't want people starving.
What do you say to the critics who think that what Israel is doing with regards to the food and the aid is considered a form of genocide?
I say this is America. They're entitled to their opinion. If it wasn't for the First Amendment, how would we know who the fools are? What I would respond is that they're wrong. They're just people that hate Israel.
But why is it so difficult for them to admit? This has a lot to do with money, of course, and the fact that Israel is a great business partner, like an ally to the U.S. in the Middle East. So a quick side note for the people that don't know what this whole AIPAC is. AIPAC is the American Israel Public Affairs Committee. They are basically lobbying with power and money and influence galore. Now, Marjorie, watch your back, girl, because I don't like your ass. But in this 2025, nothing surprised me anymore. Please watch your back. And you really opened up a whole different can of worms. But okay, girl, I gotta give it to you. You got some balls. So Marjorie, to me, really represents the MAGA movement. She screams America first all day, every day. She does mean America first. Every other country last. But now something is different. I think you said a little bit too much. You scream America first, and the people been asking you, but what about Israel? You don't care. Marjorie is like, what about our homeless rates? What about our own people?
Since I've become a member of Congress since 2021, we have voted on 22 resolutions for Israel, 22 of them. All kinds of resolutions, denouncing anti-Semitism, supporting Israel. We voted on 22 of those. We never vote on resolutions proclaiming great things about America or defending certain Americans or defending Americans in general. Here's a situation. It's coming to a point where it's so obvious all the time in everyone's language, the social media posts they put out, the statements that they make. They have to proclaim Israel. They have to proclaim their faith and loyalty in Israel and how Israel is our greatest ally. And it's a statement that has to be made over and over and over again to the point it's becoming like, wait a minute, what about our own country? What about our own people?
But what you forget, Marjorie, is you are a whole ally. You've been screaming Israel for the longest. Money talks, but now because of you, AIPAC walks. And that is going to be a problem. Now, Republicans, please come to the pulpit. I have a question. If Marjorie can call this Gaza situation a genocide, why can't you? I think I know the answer. Money, right? Then another question. Why are you choosing to call them out and call whatever crimes in your eyes they have done? Why did you choose to call them out now in this here Trump administration? Why didn't you do it when the Democrats were in the administration? Why didn't you do this, for instance, during Biden's administration? I never heard you call out Israel before. Why now? So that leaves me to a question, Marjorie. Who pissed you off? Because you could have very well done it when the Democrats were in the administration. When you have been pro-Israel this whole time, to answer this question, Marjorie, you got to be fast. Because the Unfiltered on this channel here, our little community, they are fast and real intelligent too. So they might answer the question before you. But I'm just saying, girl. One can argue and say, listen, but is Marjorie really wrong? Isn't it America first? Shouldn't the Americans go for their own people first? I don't disagree. But what I do not agree with is that when Marjorie says America first, that's the feeling I have, guys. When Marjorie says America first and we are going to solve the problems here first, she does mean the YT Americans. That's how I truly feel. I don't think Marjorie means the rest. All right. Is she really wrong about that? No, I mean, clean your own house up before you look at anyone else's house. There are millions, billions going to Israel, where there are a lot of problems in America too. So I feel like let the people clean up their own ish, and then I get that whole thinking process.
The U.S. already provides Israel with $3.8 billion annually in foreign aid. $3.8 billion. That's a lot of money. Additionally, the April 2024 Security Supplemental included $8.7 billion for Israel. Even though Israel, nuclear-armed Israel, has universal health care for their citizens and subsidized college for their citizens. They're able to provide that.
Politics is much more than that. I hate to say it. I hate to see it too. But it is what it is. You have business partner, allies, and wars and whatever that you have to take into account. That's how it works, guys. Somebody pissed her off so bad that she forgot that whole process. Because you are so pro-MAGA, pro-Trump, he's letting you do your thing for a little bit. But let me tell you, girl, Laura Loomer is ready to take your spot. That's why I'm telling you, take all your stuff with you every day you leave the office and go home, because you might not know when you return. I'm telling you, this woman, by all means necessary, whether she has to take your spot, Bondi's spot, at this point, she is positioning herself like a triple threat. Now, let's look at one of Marjorie Greene's texts, because she's real pissed. She is real pissed, y'all. She was in an interview, and I got this through Raw Story. Now, she said the following. We're seeing Washington, D.C. and the Republican Party being completely tone deaf, the lawmaker explained. And I'm just asking, I'm like, wait a minute, what is happening to the GOP? And then this guy asked, Boiling asked, as the leader of the Republican Party, doesn't the buck stop with Donald Trump? And then she was like, I was one of the loudest people that supported him during the campaign. Oh, yes, you were. But it's all the others that came after he won the election, Greene opinion. Then she proceeds to say, so I don't think the president is listening to the right people who are his true supporters. People like myself and others. It seems to be everyone else has, establishment Washington, establishment Republicans. The people that the base is absolutely sick of are the ones that have the president's ear. And I find that very frustrating. I am sure you are. Because the people that are in his ear, and his ear isn't even healed yet, are people like Laura Loomer and Pam Bondi and all the other sickos of the Republican Party. And I'm sure you are sick of it. Is this, Marjorie, what pissed you off? But it could be Laura Loomer. Now you girls are going into this tussle with each other, being the MAGA bots, really fighting for a spot to be the main one, the main focal point in this whole MAGA mess and supporting this Decepticon. Are you really fighting for this man? So Laura Loomer actually has this explosive feud with Marjorie Greene on X. Now, Laura Loomer is Jewish herself, and she has always been a pro-advocate, as you can imagine, for Israel. So Laura Loomer claimed that GOP Representative Marjorie Greene has been a fraud in their latest escalation or their online feud. To me, they seem like two jealous schoolgirls that are really fighting for, the head boss or the head prize or some type of boyfriend. I don't know, but their whole fight took a turn for the worse when Laura Loomer accused Marjorie Greene of not only cheating on her husband, but also funneling money to one of her daughters. So this is what she wrote on X. She said, Greene is using her campaign fundraising to enrich her daughter Taylor Greene Robinson, who she has funneled over $113,279.09 in staff payroll from her campaign funds since March of 2024, even though the daughter lives out of state. So Greene came back with a rebuttal. She is not MAGA. She is MAGA. Do I say MAGA or MEGA? Referring to the slogan, Make Israel Great Again. Many people are asking who or what government or what intelligence agency has bankrolled the twice-failed congressional candidate Laura Loomer all these years. Then Laura Loomer came with the punches because she was like, oh no, girl, you're not going to do me like this. Wait a minute. Just because you are consumed by your rage and your jealousy doesn't mean you see, I told you, she's jealous. Doesn't mean you get to go around lying, accusing private citizens of being intelligence agents. I ran for Congress as a grassroots candidate and fundraised every penny I raised by myself by campaigning 18 hours a day and knocking on over 100,000 doors while being banned on every social media site. You personally knocked on 100,000 doors. Laura, I don't believe. You got me with the first two sentences. I was like, ooh, that's a real dedication. But the last part, that 100,000 doors, I don't believe. But she's not done yet. In the same post, she took several personal jabs at Marjorie Greene. Let me read some of them to you. You ruined your entire family by cheating on your husband with a sex guru. And for the last 4 months, you have been doing nothing but spewing lies about the Trump administration because you don't get enough attention from the Trump administration. You call yourself a Christian while you rack your family like a whore. Guys, sometimes it gets real good, especially if these Republicans go against each other, because, you know, I don't really like them. So in February 2021, the Daily Mail came out claiming Marjorie Greene had been cheating on her husband. That was a gym manager, some kind of sex guru. And then Marjorie Greene totally denied any of these allegations. But then if you think that Laura slept her with this, called her a whore, and Marjorie didn't come back, you are sadly mistaken. So this is what then Marjorie said in response to Laura. On Monday, Laura Loomer officially attacks and lies about those of us who are President Trump's most loyal, original MAGA supporters. You see how she put in the original? She needs you to know, Laura, that she is the original Batman in this whole administration. Greene added, Laura Loomer is the most unstable person and worst liability to ever walk in the Oval Office. I don't know if you guys ever seen that Tyler Perry series, The Oval. It reminds me of this. This doesn't get any better to me. But guys, so they are going at it with each other, while all the while leading us straight into a civil war. Ladies, calm down. When I look back at that message that Marjorie Greene said, that I read to you earlier, where she said everyone goes in his ear but not the right people. Marjorie, you know that Trump listens to exactly the right people. Do you think Trump actually listens to someone he doesn't want to listen to? He listens exactly who he wants to listen to. He's giving his money exactly who he wants to give his money to. But it's hard for you to process that you have been hoodwinked by a carrot. You have to roll with the punches, Marjorie. This is him. If we look at Laura Loomer, if we look at you, then I don't know what his type is or whatever, but she is making a way, girl. She's coming for you. She is coming for you. Do not be surprised if one of these days you come to your office where you put this nice sign on. So not only are you screaming genocide now in Israel, I can't believe, Marjorie, it's coming out of your mouth, but you also put a sign on your door. Look at what the sign says on your door. Now, I agree with you, because basically it says all foreign countries do not lobby for money here, because you have to go to the proper channels and you have to follow the rules, which I totally agree with. I do. But you have to know that your administration is on a whole different type of time. So this is what I want you to hear, Marjorie. Listen to me. Do not be surprised if you walk up to your office and Laura is sitting there. Don't come on the internet and cry about it now, because you know that Jasmine is ready to get your ass.
I'm just curious, just to better understand your ruling. If someone on this committee then starts talking about somebody's bleach blonde, bad built butch body, that would not be engaging in personalities, correct?
A what now?
Don't give her that satisfaction. Every bridge you built is burned. And then I was thinking real hard, because I was like, what could be the conspiracy behind this all? Because nothing is as it seems in this administration. I couldn't even believe this is a real thing, what you're doing. I haven't figured out why you would do such a thing. But jealousy really runs deep. Is this just an ordinary case of jealousy, Marjorie? I'm telling you, messing with Israel, messing with Laura Loomer's uncles, you can't say I didn't warn you. Now, guys, we also have to really look at our guy, Kash Patel. Like, what is going on with Kash? I'm going to do that in a separate video. I don't know when, but Kash is in the sunken place, and it's really getting really bad. I don't know if you pay close attention, but he's not really here. I don't know if we have to do something about it or not, but he's not really here, guys. So let's see what I can do with that. But let me know what you thought about this video in the comments, and share with me your thoughts. You know, I'm always ready to have a little discussion, a little debate, a little bonding time. Let me know. And I'll see you in the next video, guys. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, and have a blessed day. Peace.